Welcome to a new edition of Things I've Learned and Kind of Retained. This is going to be just a little explanation about our thoughts and how they affect us and the world around us. Our brains and our hearts emit waves of energy that can be read by different machines. Like an EEG can read your brain waves and an EKG can read your heart waves. So if we know that we are emitting waves that can be read by scientific machines or medical machines, then we know this. We are emitting energy, we're emitting waves. How we often emit this is with our emotions, and our emotions and our thoughts are directly related. So what you put out into the world is what you get back, mirrored back to you into the world. If you're putting out a lot of positive energy, you're getting back a lot of positive energy. If you put out a lot of negative energy, you get back a lot of negative energy. And this is often not something that we're conscious of. We're just doing it with our thoughts because we're thinking about things that we don't realize that we're thinking about. So if you're focusing on something positive, then your thoughts are in turn positive. If you're focusing on something negative or something lacking, or you're stressing, then you're putting out stress. You're getting back stress. You're perceiving your world in a stressful way. If you perceive your world positively and you're thinking positively, you'll perceive your world positively. You'll get back positive things. What you look for, you find. So we don't often realize that we are thinking stressfully or negatively or fearfully or anything like that. So a good way to become conscious of what we're thinking is to meditate, be alone with our thoughts. We'll often start to think things that will be uncomfortable with sitting there and meditating, like, we should go do this, we should go do that. And then you can see your thought and emotion patterns easier. So meditation is a good way to realize our thought patterns. So there's nothing wrong with negative. In this world there is negative and positive. They need each other to exist. So you can think negative things and get back the negative things if you so choose. But what if you're not choosing to, and you don't realize it? So when you attach stress or fear to things, that is when we have this kind of war inside of our existence. So how do we get away from stress or this fear? One of the ways is to feel your emotions, not suppress them. So all of the emotions arise in us to be felt, and it's not easy. I am not by any means an expert. I'm still practicing all of this stuff. So yeah, don't don't think that I'm telling you what to do. It's all a practice. So if you are meant to feel your emotions, often we have suppressed emotions that we're afraid that other people will see, or we don't want other people to see. But in order to express our true self, learning to feel all of our emotions and what they are, and not judge them, not judge our emotions, just be okay with letting everything be as it is. Whatever arises, let it express, let it go, let yourself feel it, not ignore it. I don't mean let it go by never feeling it again. I mean, let that moment come up, feel it, allow it to be. Don't try to escape it. Of course, we want to be somewhere else. We want to move away from discomfort, but discomfort is a signal to us of things that we should move towards. Like, for instance, sometimes I am uncomfortable with communicating with someone, but I have been practicing switching that to, I want to communicate with everyone about everything and not feel discomfort, because usually there is a fear attached to that. Like, if I speak to this person, then what might happen? So just being okay with whatever might happen. So another form of letting go, right? Another way to get away from this suffering or stress or fear is to start to think of the things that we're happy with already in our life. That will automatically change you to this positive thing, this positivity. You will put out what you're happy for. You'll be focusing on what you're happy about. That is how gratitude can help you. You're focusing on what you're happy about, you'll get back more of what you're happy about, more of what your gratitude. And another way is to help people. So to bring more positive things towards you, if you're kind of stuck and you aren't exactly sure how this all works, and you're kind of like just stuck in your own head and you keep going, I don't know what to do, and you're frustrated, help someone else that has less than you or is in a situation where you can help them. You can help so many people if you focus on what you already are good at, you already know in your heart, situations you've already been through. Like if you're an ex-addict, an ex-alcoholic, you will be able to help other people that are in that situation that want help. So you can't just go and help people, force people to get better, but people that want help, you can help people. So yeah, that's, oh, also our thoughts emit energy. So if you're thinking and focusing on positive things, then you are emitting positive energy. You'll get back into your world positive energy. If you're focusing on negative things or lack, like I don't have enough money, I don't have this, I don't have that, that is creating a narrative. You're using the words that are creating a spell. Words that you use are important. The language that we use. So our words are like spells. So be more conscious of what we are, the words that we're putting into the world, because we're going to get those back. So instead of saying, I don't have any money right now, or I'm broke, change your language. It will very much help what you're putting out into the world, the words that you're putting out into the world. Because our thoughts emit energy, like I said, that can be read. Our thoughts are like data. Our thoughts become energy that is data that is read by this energy grid that goes across the whole globe, the universe. It's from person to person. It connects us all. And so this energy grid is not judging what you're putting out. It just reads the data. So if your data is positive, it goes, okay, you want that back. Whether you call it God or the universe or this energy grid, it reads the data, it gives back to you what you have put out. So kind of waking up to the day-to-day and realizing what we're putting out into the world is a key. It's like a key, and you can start with your thoughts, because our thoughts become energy that goes out into the world and is data and is read. Like an aura is just another way of saying that we are comprised of all of this energy that we're putting out into the world. And so what energy you want to put out, you can control. We just have to wake up and realize that we can control it. So meditating is one way to start to control that. Eating healthy, because our body is where the energy lies. All these 50 trillion cells control all of this energy inside of our body. And so I have started in the last 4 months exercising every day, being more conscious of what I eat, and trying to watch what I say and the conversations that I allow into my mind, the conversations that I allow, and what am I talking about? What do I talk about in a large sense, right? What am I talking about with the people that I love? What am I talking about on the phone? Am I just complaining all the time? Yes. Yes, I have been complaining a lot. Like, that is how I connect, and how I have in the past connected with my friends and family, but I would like to change that. I'd like to talk about things that are amazing and focus on more of the things that I'm interested in, and positive things. And of course, I'll complain sometimes and talk about negative things. It's a flow of energy, but I want to add more positivity to it. So, meditating every day, breathing is another way. Breathing, because we often don't get enough oxygen in our body, because we're kind of like not paying attention. We have to make money, we go to work, we're focusing on other things, so we're kind of taking shallow breaths all day. So if you stop at least once a day and do a 5-minute breathing exercise, there's lots of apps that are really good for it. I use an app that's 5 minutes, and it just makes a sound of when to breathe in, how long to hold, and then when to breathe out. And if we do that once a day for 5 minutes, we'll start to realize and be more present and see, what are we focusing on? What are our thoughts? Breathe. We'll get more oxygen. These cells, these trillions of cells that are helping us live every day, will get more oxygen. Drinking more water. So I heard a thing, and it said that we should drink half the amount of ounces that we weigh. So drinking 60 ounces of water is what I'm supposed to drink every day, and so I am consciously making sure that I drink 60 ounces of water every day. Water, meditating, breathing, and breathing with your diaphragm, expanding your diaphragm, expanding your belly when you breathe, will give you the fullest breath, because our lungs are inside of our rib cage, and they're more narrow at the top. Our lungs are more narrow at the top, and the only way that they can expand fully is through our diaphragm. I can expand my rib cage as much as I want, but my lungs aren't going to get any bigger. But you can get more and expand more with your diaphragm, so that's why belly breathing is good. I just learned that recently, why I know that belly breathing was good, but I didn't understand why. And then there was a picture of the lungs and how they are shaped, and at the top they're smaller and they're inside of our rib cage, and so they can only expand so much. And then it all clicked, like, oh, that's why, but I just never understood. So that's why belly breathing is healthier, or gives you more oxygen, excuse me. Okay, so every day, let's exercise, and it doesn't have to be like hardcore. You don't have to go to the gym, just something that you like to do. That's the problem that I have, is what kind of exercise. I don't want to run, I don't want to jog, but you know what, I do like yoga, I like dancing, I like just like little things in my house. I love arm day. So broken it down, some days I do yoga, some days I do arms, some days I do abs, some days I do glutes and legs, but switching it up, because I don't like to get bored. It's whatever you want for your practice. Don't judge yourself. Just think about the things that you want. What do you want? It doesn't have to be what somebody else said. Drinking enough water, exercise, meditation every day, and 5 minutes of breathing are things that I've added to my daily routine to just try to be a better human, I guess, and put off better energy into the world, because I want to attract other people that are interested in the things that I'm interested in. I want to attract more positivity and less negativity. So that's my one little rant and thing that I'm doing for the world, and things that I've learned and kind of retained.